Hello, it is I, Christopher McLeod AKA Diagnostic 80 for the Full Force News Burst brought to you by Generals Joe's REBORN.com. I am going live to discuss a little bit of news that broke earlier today as Bbts, Big Bad Toy Store, revealed a brand new wave of G.I. Joe reaction figures. Wasn't really expecting this considering Super7 had already dropped their PSA collection on April Fool's Day 3 days ago, about that, yeah. So this was actually quite a surprise. And shout out to Andrew Franks, who basically messaged me about this and said, check it out, BBTS have dropped some new stuff. And I was like, what? And I looked at the wave initially and I thought, have they already released this? I can't tell. So anyway, who's anyone watching along? Anyone in the comments yet? If you are watching, let me know. What up? Obviously, this is the live news burst, the news burst live. Let's get stuck in. Well, I'll give it a few moments and to let everyone kind of join and trickle through. There's a bit of a delay sometimes. Starting to pick up in terms of numbers. So yeah, like I said, I'm here to chat Super7. Bit of news dropped earlier today, and that is this new wave of reaction figures. So I'm going to go through them all. Hi, Kip. Hi, Ezra. Thank you very much. It's a cool hat, isn't it, Kip? I do love the hat as well. It's got like the, I suppose, Marvel issue 1 cover, but then also the case artwork as well. And then obviously this lovely kind of raised G.I. Joe little patch on the trucker hat. It's really, really cool. Yeah, it's one of my Kate got this for me for our anniversary. So thank you very much, honey. What else have we got? JD, Al Vega, hey, Loco, hello. Let's talk about, well, let's get stuck in then, shall we? Well, Kip, we know what the prices are going to be for these figures, but let me get to that in a moment. JD wants one of these hats, by the way. Where did I get it? I got this on, well, Kate got it on GameStop. You might be able to get it still if you just go into GameStop and type in G.I. Joe. Might come up. Hey, Agent Chuckles. Ezra, yes, I did. Chris Kelly, good afternoon. Chris, hello. Hello, Chris. Thanks for jumping on, guys. Right, let's get stuck into it then. Why are we here? This is why. New reaction wave. So yeah, just I don't know. I'm always excited when the new wave of things drops, no matter what it is. And I love the artwork on these. I kind of like them as a little product, not necessarily. I'm not going to be busting these out and enjoying the articulation because that isn't really the case, is it? But what have we got first? First, I thought I'd start with version 2, as we know him, Snake Eyes, with the visor and the grenade belt on his chest. All the cool kind of signposts for this particular Snake Eyes, and I suppose more a cartoon accurate Snake Eyes with that kind of blue color, which I really like. I like that they went blue, not black, on this one. So I don't know. It's animation correct, isn't it? So I do like that. Hello, Cody. Hello, Couch Boy. Hello, Retro Boy 1357. Thanks for all the comments, guys. Really appreciate it. And like I said, I will get to any questions and all that kind of stuff later. But let's go through this wave. So first off, really like this figure, Snake Eyes version 2. And like I said, cartoon accurate with that kind of blue color. I really like that they've gone with blue. I think that's really gorgeous, actually. And then he's got a sword, which is actually a little shorter than the one depicted on the card art, I think. It's a bit shorter, isn't it? And he also gets the pistol, the classic cartoon Sunbow pistol. That's going to come up in a little while because it's missing on someone I think should definitely have it. But we'll get to that in a second. Hey, Al, we'll get to Flint's face very soon. Don't worry. Right then, next up, on top of Snake Eyes version 2, or I should say animation version 2 Snake Eyes, we have Roadblock. Not a surprise, considering we got the body massage Roadblock a few days ago. So it's not a surprise to see him, with a different accessory, different card art. Slightly, so he's got the rifle, the classic animated rifle. Yeah, brilliant. So, all for more Roadblocks. We don't have enough Roadblocks, do we? Really? So yeah, in terms of like the animation design, it's a different head sculpt actually to the one, the body massage one. I think the body massage one's got that really funny, like open mouth, like teeth showing kind of face. This one slightly sterner, mouth closed. Pretty awesome. Again, keep them coming. I'm loving the amount, all the homages they're doing. They are churning these out as well, aren't they? Absolutely churning them out, which is bonkers. Next up is new to the reaction line, Flint. Now, with Flint, I'd like Al saying, "Did I see Flint's face? Flint's face, Flint's face, crazy looking." I don't know. Actually, I've zoomed in on it. It's pretty nondescript. It's pretty standard. I like this figure. I think he's really cool. Interested they've gone with that kind of white on the belt, the lower part of the belt there for the holster as well. Not sure what that's about. Obviously, they've gone with what looks to be on the figure like a blue beret instead of like, the kind of dark and light grey combination that he used to kind of show up with in the cartoon. But also the one thing, actually, I like this figure. I think it's gorgeous. Love the boots, love the deco on the camo and everything. Love all of the, the color. Absolutely animation superb. What I am concerned about, yes, he gets the classic rifle. He should be getting Snake Eye's pistol as well, because Flint is seen with that pistol so many times in the cartoon. It was one of my I refer to it as Flint's pistol, even though it is pretty much, universally utilized throughout the team. And Snake Eyes does actually 100% use it a lot as well. I think Flint should have it too. So, I don't know. I just feel like he's missing that. And you could argue technically it's in his holster on his on his thigh, and that's probably what they're getting at here, which is fine. But still, for me, and again, I can use Snake Eye's pistol in Flint's hand if I want to. I can do that if I want to bust him out. But it's just that funny feeling that he's kind of missing something. Anyway, really like this. I really like this Flint figure. I will probably, if I see this one out and about, I will very likely pick it up because it's so close to my heart. Flint is like such a big character for me in the cartoon. So yes, there's Flint, and there's my one and only gripe. He's very pale for Flint as well, isn't he? Again, like the card art has given him a bit more kind of a tan complexion, and then the figure's just like pasty as you like. So yeah, there we go. Oh yeah, Couch Boy. Yeah, they're gonna do it. They're gonna do the Snake Eye. I'll flip up to Snake Eyes quickly. They're gonna do the Snake Eyes wig, hat, dress. That kind of. You'll definitely see that figure through Super 7. Do not fret. Right then, Cobra Commander next. Cobra Commander. Yeah, Cobra Commander. Anyway, so this is effectively the dark blue mail away, which would have been like the mail away hooded version, wouldn't it, color wise? Red kind of undershirt, and then the gold belts and everything, and then that dark blue color. And they've given him the chrome helmet, as you just expect now, because they've even said, Brian Flint's even said, you're not going to see the hooded Cobra Commander with Super 7. So yeah, that standard issue, isn't it? He's got a pistol, and yeah, it's all good. It's I kind of get like a little bit of like fatigue with, like I talk about, like loving that Snake Eyes figure, which we've had like a billion times, but then we get another Cobra Commander, and I feel like, man, I'm getting fatigued with Cobra Commander. I'm not even fatigued with Roadblock, and we've had loads of Roadblock figures. I don't know. I do not know. Ritz, yes, talking about Flint's white belt. I don't get the white belt. Let's quickly look at that for a quick second. And I will say, might not be like final. Might be colors may vary kind of situation there. Who knows? But yeah, Cobra Commander. It's all good. It's a Cobra Commander figure, like many we have. I do like the kind of styling of the design, like the kind of sharp kind of like shoulder corners, pads, I guess you'd call them. It's cool. It's cool. It's not buzzing my berries. And then obviously we've got another couple of heavy hitters in the lineup. Baroness now in her black. And I feel like this is not a reuse of the blue. I feel like they've gone all out and done a different figure, to make sure that the decos line up and all that kind of stuff. Really nice figure. Again, it's not like they haven't gone too black. Like with Snake Eyes, obviously they went with the blue. With the Baroness, they've gone with kind of like a darker grey, haven't they, with light grey on it. Looking good, looking cool. I like this figure. What else we got? I need Absorb Vids says I need Snake Eyes and Firefly. We haven't got to Firefly yet. Absorb Vids, we will do very soon. JD Anasi says ever since the Friday show about the PSA figures, I keep thinking how much I want to see reaction figures of Satin plus Shipwreck and Snake Eyes in their disguises. Big time, man. Big time. I feel like we'll see all of this. It's just a matter of time. And it's not a matter of much time because they are churning the reaction figures out, aren't they? Like literally just like cranking them. And these are down for like it's April again. So these are like, you can order them and they'll be out soon. It's bonkers, absolutely bonkers. And I know the reason why. I know they're easier to kind of produce. It's less engineering. It's simple kind of stuff, isn't it? It's simplified. It's not easy, but it's simplified. So yeah, I understand that they're able to churn these out. Agent Chuckles, hopefully we'll get Flint in a sweater vest. Oh yes, I like him in his kind of like polo shirt, kind of like dress pants, and kind of, like slacks that he wears in Flint's vacations / holiday. Yeah, I want to see Flint in some variations, definitely. Robert H says, just pretend that Flint is Zartana. Is that like Zartan and Zorana combined? Zorana! I didn't know it was you. Every time. Every single time. But yeah, we can pretend that. Absorber says, I don't think we need another Cobra Commander. Yeah, I don't think it's about need, is it? It's about being force-fed Cobra Commanders left, right, and center. Loco says, looks like Cobra Commander is the Super7 Roadblock symptoms. Yeah, like same kind of lots and lots of figures, isn't it? Lots of figures. X Factor 17, I hope they get around to doing vehicles that work with the modern 4-inch figures. I remember hearing a long time ago that the Snake Armor was coming, but I haven't heard anything since. Possibly, well, we've seen the Arctic Rescue set, haven't we, so far? So I think we're going to be getting things like that, cartoonish kind of nods. Snake Armor was pretty big in the Mass Device. So, when they're in that kind of cave and they all turn around, they've got the rocks on the backs. I could see them doing the ones with rocks, like rock camouflage. That'd be pretty cool, actually. Ezra says, surprisingly, no troop builders in this wave. Actually, yes, Ezra, that is surprising. We've probably got more to come then, haven't we? Yeah, Diecast Nick. Cobra Commander is the old lady at the end of Pyramids of Darkness. Definitely can't wait for that. So before we get to so Baroness, there we go, there's Baroness. Let's move on to the final figure that was revealed. I say revealed, BBTS just put pre-orders up for them, and I was notified immediately. And then I went, right, okay, so we better get the news out-ish. So here's Firefly. Again, animation accurate with that kind of blue and the dark grey camouflage. I think it looks dope. He comes with that kind of that rifle as well, that really cool rifle. And yeah, dope figure. I would have liked to have seen like a few more accessories with Firefly. I know it's reaction figures, but a little backpack. It doesn't even have to have like all of the things in it, but like, just like molded, just, I don't know, just give us something else or like a little satchel bag or something with Firefly, just because, I feel like he's got to be sabotaging things. Yeah, Loco, Cobra Commander is kind of he's a big deal, isn't he? So yeah, no Cobra Commander, no G.I. Joe to fight him. So yeah, absolutely. Bryn Anderson's liking the Baroness. She does look pretty cool. I really like that figure. I think really, really good what they did with her. Yes, Bryn, absolutely. Um, Couchboy says on weekly, oddly, after live, I got 3-0 Red Snake Eyes, regular Storm Shadow, and Snake Eyes Black. Skipping Winter Storm Shadow, and oddly on weekly, you said that too. Coincidence. I see what you're saying here. Yeah, because I did for 3-0. Yes, those are the ones. I'm not skipping it. I just haven't picked it up yet. So yeah, yeah, it's just one of those things where I got to that point where I'm like, I've probably got to make some decisions here. And 3-0 is one, even though they are absolutely beautiful figures. I just had to kind of maybe draw a line in the sand. But yeah, it's probably going to happen. Oh, Agent Chuckles, can't wait for them to make Metalhead's Granny. You can't wait for them to make Metalhead's Granny. Yeah, I almost, in a weird way, want to see that now. I kind of want that from the Deke cartoon, even though that episode is really hard to watch. I do kind of want it. I want that. Yeah. Donald Allen says, I still can't believe they did Body Massage Roadblock. Absolutely. I can't either, but they did. And I kind of can believe they did. Yeah, I can. Couchboy, yes. Prices are pretty high though on these, definitely. It's an expensive wave of figures. Now, for those that don't know, these figures are individually $17.99. You can pre-order them on Big Bad Toy Store. Link in the description right now. The link will actually take you to their reaction page, and if you just scroll down, you'll find them, as well as the Body Massage and Body Massage Roadblock, I'm a Computer Mutt, and then and also I will say, while I'm on a live show right now, I was saying Mutt and Junkyard, and it's not Junkyard. Of course, it's not Junkyard. It's Mutt and a random dog from that episode, from that PSA. So just to rectify, I was saying on some of the other episodes, and I did put it in the comments. I kind of made the correction in the comments, but still, I was saying on previous episodes it was Mutt and Junkyard. It's not. It's Mutt and a random dog. So yeah. Anyway, you can get the full. You can get the full range, those 6 figures, and of course those other 2 reaction figures that I just mentioned for $17.99 on Big Bad Toy Store. I imagine Super 7 will probably break it officially either later tonight or more likely tomorrow or in the week, and then yeah, you'll see them everywhere at that point. Oh, okay. Todd's saying, what should the next Super 7 reaction vehicle be or playset? So obviously Snake Arm was mentioned. That would be really cool, especially if it had like the rock camouflage from Mass Device when they're in that cave and they spin round. I think that was really cool. Obviously, let us know in the comments, guys, what you think they should be, and I'll read them out. I would also like to see a Cobra Helicarrier. Imagine the size of that bad boy. It'd have to be like it would be like a Super 7 lab, not even a HasLab. Let's see, what else could they do? There's loads. So obviously, like smaller vehicles. The Shark was pretty big in the cartoon. The Firebat was pretty big early on in the cartoon. The Ram, the Silver Mirage, all those kind of smaller vehicles. But then I think if they did a play set, you could do some pretty fun stuff, like Hawk's office in the HQ, or what else could you do? The blind woodsman's cabin. You know, we've had his sled dogs and sled. We can have his cabin. Let us know in the comments what would you guys think. There's so many that I just lock up. Ryan says, I went to Target on Saturday and saw tons of reaction Duke and Lady J. Yeah, so we're going to see this wave pretty soon in stores. WJ says, has it even been 2 years since Walmart Retro and Reaction Cobra Commander? I don't know. When was Walmart Retro? Was like, yeah, it probably has. It hasn't been 2 years, a year and a bit maybe. But yeah. JD O'Nessie says, I know 5.0. Oh, articulate. Sorry, I'm tired. It's been a rough day. I know 5 of articulation Joes aren't for everyone, but I really appreciate what Super 7 is doing with these. I just wish I could afford most of them. Instead, I have to be choosy with them. Exactly the same with that one, JD. I do appreciate what Super 7 are doing. They are churning these out, And also, we've got what, 3 waves of ultimates revealed, more to come. I mean, they are literally churning this stuff out. Christoph says Firefly is way cool, and he is. He looks really good as in that figure, doesn't he? Oh, that's a good one, Diana. I want all the Cobras in their Pledge Week tuxedos from the Cobra fundraiser. Totally. Again, there's so many iterations of these characters. You've got like Oda Cobra, Lady J, and Baroness in like their evening gowns. You've got, Flint in his suit as well, and stuff like that. There's tons of loads of different options. There's all the different disguises they end up wearing. There's all the different troopers you see throughout, like Pyramids of Darkness, all those random trooper get up that they're all wearing, and the disguises that they have to wear. So many. Robert H says Firefly Aqua Force version. Yep. Reaction at least show up. I mean, Little Blue Snake Eyes is in droves in targets. Love an easy line to get after classifieds becoming so hard over the last few years. Yeah, it's something, I guess, isn't it? I mean, and I've got into targets recently and just seen just walls of G.I. Joe stuff. It's great to see. Even if it's difficult, even if like classified is difficult to get, there's loads of other options out there, I guess. But I do feel like it will improve over time. Todd Smith says there are 2 troop builders in Wave 3, Snakeling Cobras and Combat Engineers female for G.I. Joe. That's cool. I did hear about this. Now, I'm not sure if I'm revealing anything I shouldn't be revealing, but Diamond Select Toys did reveal that by accident, didn't they? I want to say by accident, but they revealed it, and then I think they took it down. So, yeah, we are getting, like I said, Snakeling Cobras and female G.I. Joe Combat Engineers. Now, we'll probably see those. They might even be in this wave, and they just haven't been fully realized yet. But Diamond, sorry, food is happening. But Diamond did actually reveal those listings, and yeah, that is happening. So thanks, Todd Smith, for the heads up on that. And it reminded me to say something about it too. WJ says, while I hate the price and lack of joints, Reaction's making the figures Hasbro for some reason refuses to make. The Heavy Armor Trooper, Games Master Drone, Blind Sledman, etc. Yeah, I mean, it's everything that it's everything that we're getting in terms of like cartoon accuracy, isn't it? So it makes more sense that Super7 cover that than a Hasbro, because Classified is not doing cartoon accurate stuff. Why would it? But yeah, and again, like, give the O-ring line a bit more time, and we'll get O-ring figures of those kind of things too. Agent chuckles, it would justify owning a Metalhead figure. For Metalhead's granny. Yeah, very true. Very true. Renegade Biker, hi. How you doing, buddy? What is the... Paul says, hi, Paul. Are they giving us this colorization of Cobra Commander so customizers can make the hooded version? Makes no sense to me. CC is my main dude, but just get some hoods. Well, they can't, can they? They've said they can't do it. The answer is there. They're not allowed to do it, so they're not doing it. That is what Brian said, and that is what is going forward. So we just have to accept it. I wouldn't expect actual... Tyrant says, I wouldn't expect actual vehicles for reactions. Brian pretty much said that wasn't what they were doing, but that was for other vehicle-related IPs before Joe was announced. Yeah, but I would say that the sled is a vehicle. So yes, they're doing them. They're just not doing them in the way that we're expecting. They're not doing like the Vamp and the Hiss Tank and things like that. They're doing a dog sled from the animation. That's what they're going to be focusing on, is what I think. Yeah, but they're not going to be. You're not going to be getting Sky Strikers and Night Ravens and things like that. Absorbvid says, I love the iconic explosion, but I wish they would mix up a little more, like the Snake Eyes silent issue release. Yeah, they have done, haven't they? They've done a rejig of the body massage I'm a computer recently, like a couple of days ago. Still explosion background, but I mean, you had the electricity thing going on with Roadblock as well. So there was they have And the Snake Eyes one, yeah, was the comic version, but then also the Cobra Commander figure had chrome, elements on like the face and on the title. So yeah, they are doing different things with it. When it comes to the standard reaction wave, they're keeping it uniform. So the majority are going to have this, but then all the kind of little bits and pieces are going to have that change up. So as much as I agree with you, they are kind of doing that already. It's just that less opportunity is had to utilize the different card backs because of that reason. Bryn says they're not giving us Firefly's phone because they know we'll just lose it. Very good point. Very good point. Couchboy says Firefly is 6, Snake Eyes 2, dope. Damn you, Super 7. Beastie Boys in summer. PS, I'll buy Trip Zero Snowstorm Shadow 2. Yes to Old Lady Baroness, Ninja Billy, Son of Coco coming, I bet. I would expect all of that to happen. Yes, absolutely. Hello, Zartan. Paul says, I love that they got the color of Baroness right. Most of us think of her as being dressed in black, but in the cartoon, her hair and glasses are the only true black elements. She looks great. They seem to be doing that, don't they? They seem to be kind of going animation model sheet, kind of like accurate. And I like that. Snake Eyes blue, Baroness, that kind of like dark gray. Yeah, big time. Love it. The Ghost World War One plane. That's a good shout, Loco. Good shout from... Yes, from that episode where they all come back, they're all coming back. The ghosts, basically, lots of them. There's the kind of Spartan, there's the biplane. Yeah, there's loads of cool stuff in that too. Agent Chuckles says the castle from the Destro Lady J episode. Yes, skeletons in the closet. Yes. Couchboy says hope Super 7 gets as far as Resolute Sigma 6. Well, they've got a lot to cover first, and they're churning it out so quickly that they might even get there next year. It's ridiculous. Yeah, like I want to see like Extreme. Imagine them doing Extreme or Deke. At least Deke. Get some Deke inside you, if you know what I mean. Ryan Daly says playset Dr. Mindbender's creepy ass Hammer Horror Lab where he made Serpentor. Yes, with all those kind of like DNA kind of big glass canisters bubbling up, and then like the table with the wrapping over the protoplasm. Big time, and then also like the DNA extractors, all of that. I want Mara and Althea too, and melting synthoids. Big time. JD and Essie, I second a want for Cobras in tuxedos. Punk with Toys says, with all the sailors, I bet when they do Shipwreck, it'll be a PSA figure. That's a good shout. I want them to do all the PSAs now. I want them to do all the Fensler film stuff. I want them to do all of that. I want all of those done now. How annoying is that? Tuxedo, Tomax, and Zaymot, fancy dress gung-ho. Yeah, definitely. I want a gung-ho fused in his dance position from the GIF. Yeah, definitely. Cold Slither for show, definitely Couchboy. Oh, good shout, W. I want Excalibur and the Captain from the Montana for 1/18th scale, and De Viper. De Viper is coming. So vipe your windows. Yes, I can see them all happening. Everyone that mentions something from, if it's in the cartoon, it's probably going to happen. That's a good shout, Bryn. The next playset should be a Cobra Rec Center with Cobra Troopers in shorts from the episode The Viper is Coming, or maybe Barbecue's Firehouse. Yes, that episode has got a lot of cool like extras going on, hasn't it? Big time, yeah. Action Figure Expert, hello. How are you doing this evening? I'm good. All is well. Yo, Joe, full force. Clark, what's for Din Dins? Good shout. It's going to be Noki. It's going to be one of our favorite pasta dishes. What else is going on here? Well, it'll be coming soon as well, so you'll probably see it. What's a snakeling cobra? I didn't see a picture of it or the combat engineer. No, they went up so quickly, and I think they've been taken down. I had a look the other day, actually, for it and couldn't find anything about it anymore. But yeah, they're effectively the snakelings are the troopers that are in Pyramids of Darkness on the subway that Snake Eyes and Shipwreck dress up like, with the kind of like baseball caps and that kind of weird different design. That's what a snakeling cobra is apparently. And then the combat engineer is a female kind of green shirt combat engineer. That's what I remember vaguely. Couch Boy, the Action Force book does have the new Action Force Volume 2 you're referring to. Obviously, the book is slightly different and was approved. So what can you say? And it's on the cover, isn't it? There's an image of Hooded Cobra Commander on the cover. That's because Mike Collins drew it, and Mike Collins did the cover for it, and it's gorgeous, and it's been approved. So what can you say? Plus, there's a Hooded Cobra Commander in the book because it's about the toys, and it's about the comic, and it's about all that stuff. So that visual representation is there because it's referencing those aspects. And it's more of a reference material in that sense, isn't it? So that's probably why it's historical, I guess. Sorry, Paul. Yeah, I didn't mean to. It sounded like I was like having a go at your comment, and I didn't mean for it to sound like that. I was just kind of getting at why that was the case. I know you're not expecting it as much as you're just wishing it, and I totally understand. And yes, again, I also apologize because it did sound like I was going, no, Paul, this is why. And I didn't mean it to sound like that. But anyway, Diana Davis, and I do appreciate all your comments, by the way, so keep them coming. Diana Davis, Admiral Ledger is a shoe-in, definitely has to happen. Definitely. Admiral Ledger, tons of admirals. There's that other one that's a real misogynistic git in, it might be Ledger. Which one's the misogynistic one who has a go at Lady J for being on his ship in Pyramids of Darkness? Let me know in the comments. I've completely blanked on it. This always happens. Like I watch them so much and really enjoy them, and then I completely forget all the information. It's like delete files when I get on live. All the pressure's on. Stage fright. That's what it is. Christoph Black, great shout. Mass Device Weather Dominator. Definitely. Agent Chuckles, yes. PSA figures if they came with sound clips, like little sound attack, little Sonic fighters that went on the computer, or like, give him the stick, don't give him the stick. That kind of stuff would be brilliant, wouldn't it? W says, "Well, I have reaction. I think you mean have. I'm wondering if you mean hate, but I'll read the whole comment first. While I have reaction, I still display mostly older action figures. Well, it must be have. O-ring and modern. They have more joints. I do have some reaction on display, but it's mostly troop builders. Yeah, like I feel like there's a place for them. Like obviously, it's not necessarily for the hardcores, is it? Necessarily. And some people, well, you could argue it is because it's only the hardcore collectors that just literally order everything with the G.I. Joe logo on it. And so, what I mean is for those that are like adamantly, articulation, for example, these do still have their place, I feel. And if they're not being done in other capacities. And I know that's frustrating for a lot of people. It'd be nice to get like O-ring figures like this. It'd be nice to get 4-inch modern figures in this kind of style. But I also kind of feel like it's difficult to do like animation accurate unless it's either the Ultimates or reaction figures. So I feel like Super 7 have got it, and they're doing it well, and they're doing it like in abundance. So like where the reaction line might not be your cup of tea, at least there's stuff there that's happening. I don't know. It's hard to explain, isn't it, really? They exist. I think they're great. I'm not necessarily a huge collector of the reaction stuff, but I don't know. I just like the homage. I think the actual, when you see the figures in hand, like on bubble on card, they're actually really pretty. The cards are gorgeous. The artwork's fantastic, and it's original artwork. It looks beautiful. I don't know. I'm like a sucker for it. And like I said, if I see Flint out, when on our travels, it's a buy for me. It's a definite buy for me. But yeah, W, I know what you're saying, bud. I totally get it. Ritz says they fit a brown dog in with Mutt, but SE still has no timber. I feel like it's coming, and I feel like it'll be in like a bigger set. They should have had timber with the Arctic Rescue set. That was a weird omission for me because timber's pretty like crucial in that, and he's in the blooming. He gets in there too. He comes along with him. B.A. Lacar says Diane Davis. Yes, absolutely. And again, you kind of assume these characters are going to happen. Yeah, Michael Miller says, so thankful there aren't any army builders. I need to get caught up, lol. But then we might be having army builders just to drop it on you. The Cobra Snakelings and the Combat Engineer female, they might be in this wave. So Super 7 we'll find out soon, won't we? But there might be more, is what I'm saying. And it might be even more terrible for us to deal with. Oh, Storm Shadow's Water Tower is a great shout from the comics. An absolutely brilliant shout, Absorb Vids. On a funnier note, says W, I got Ivan Drago and Andre the Giant as prisoners in a cage next to the Terradrome with a Sasquatch. Cobra wants a cage match. We'll put Chameleon and Chuckles in actual jail. Brilliant, man. It's nice that you can have these like fun little things, all these crossover figures that are like the same as well. Yeah, totally. Why? Oh, Todd Smith says, why doesn't that version of Snake Eyes have Timber? I'm surprised, actually. Yeah. We'll be at 4 versions of Snake Eyes, but no Timber. What gives? I imagine he's coming in a different set, and that's why I figured Timber's going to come in. But yeah, we've got Mutt with a random dog and Snake Eyes with no Timber. It feels weird, doesn't it? I assumed Timber would be coming with this particular figure. So who knows? Who knows? I'm sure Timber's going to get done at some point. They did him in the Ultimates, for goodness sake. What's going on? Diecast Nick, I'm hoping the new O-rings do as much for the missed comic characters as these are doing for the cartoon show. Well, yeah, they'll also be doing comic stuff as well, I guess. But yeah, me too, mate. I hope O-rings do delve into some of those kind of like cartoon and comic characters that we haven't seen in O-ring in form. X Factors 17, big shout. I'm keeping my fingers crossed for the community crossover figures. Same. I love that episode. I love Community. Like it's one of those shows I've watched back to back. Like it's like a comfort thing. It's almost like it used to be like The Simpsons. I used to watch The Simpsons as a comfort thing, and then it was Family Guy when I was, when it was out back in the day, and then what else was? I used to have these like things I just put on, and they'd be like background noise. The G.I. Joe cartoon is that, but then obviously Community became that, and I fell in love with Community, and that G.I. Joe episode, exceptional. Adam Drake, you know what I'm talking about, bruv. Reaction Lightfoot ? I would love a Reaction Lightfoot. It's not happening though, is it? He doesn't really get any media apart from like a couple of issues of the comic. You never know. He's in there, so he's fair game, and I would love to see them do him. And I know you're doing it just to pander to me, and I appreciate it, my good sir. Oh yes, action figure expert, big time. Every doctor, professor, scientist from the Real American cartoon and comic, agreed, big time. Couchboy, was Master Vice the one with the fighting ring with the Bigfoot Chewbacca? Super 7, make him. Thank you, darling. No, it's cool. I'm showing everyone. Okay, food is up. Sorry, Couchboy. I'll come back to your comment in a second, but this is more important. Look at this. The gnocchi is glorious. I'm going to have a bite. There's pepper. There's some peppers on here. There's like cheese. There's mushrooms. Gnocchi. Pesto. That is glorious. Delicious. There you go, guys. I'll put that to the side for now and get on with the thing at hand that people moan at me for not, paying attention to. What was I talking about? I can't even remember. It was Couchboy asking about the Master Vice. Master Vice has got all sorts of things in it. Bigfoot Chewbacca. Are you talking about that giant thing that Duke has to fight? I think that's what you're talking about. And yeah, that would be great to have him. Like a giant, like a big Conan the Destroyer, Conan the Adventurer, Conan the Barbarian, and pick any ones you want. Union Break Room for the Crimson Guard, complete with donut box, the Cold Slither band and film set. All of these are great, and all of these I can see them doing. I know, like we were talking about, like play sets and vehicles before, weren't we? And I think it's more likely that we'll see things like cold slither and a band setup than a vehicle, if you know what I mean. God, this is gorgeous. Thank you, darling. Michael Miller, yeah, it could be. They're going to be coming sooner rather than later, put it that way. And obviously that wasn't revealed on BBTS yet. I'll just do a quick double check. You never know. I haven't seen. I'm scrolling. I can't see anything on here. No, I think we're clear at the moment. But yeah, keep an eye out for Cobra Snakelings, multiples, lots of different versions of them as well. It's not just one; it's multiple different versions. And again, the combat engineers, multiple different versions as well. Female combat engineers, male Cobra Snakelings. Yeah, they're coming. Red Rocket fast food restaurant. You are definitely on my wavelength here, JD. Definitely, mate. Great shout. Great shout. Hooded Coco is not racist. He hates all of us. Cowards the same. Yeah, I know what you're saying, bud. But I think it's more the sensitivity aspect. But I get it. It's just a jokey comment, and that's cool. Action figure expert. In the episode, the Viper is coming. They should make those recreational CLB and a true person, the ones in like the basketball gear, but with the hummus. If you remember the recreational center, yeah, that's been mentioned as well. Action figure expert, and I think that would be great. Yeah, it was Ledger, wasn't it? Thank you, Diana, that said that women are bad luck on ships. He also said Wales asking for directions. Yeah, Wales asked me for directions. Shut up, you douche. Yeah, I didn't like him as soon as he had it. Well, I do like that episode though, because Flint's like, Lady J's first off, she's like, screw you. I'm a G.I. Joe member, and Flint also, kind of backs her up as well. So yeah, I kind of like that episode to kind of pointing out that Ledger is an absolute misogynistic D-bag. But anyway, yeah, they need to do him. They need to do him. Yeah, sorry, W, and it was have, not hate. I did believe it was have totally after I read the comment. I never know though, and sometimes obviously you type in quick and it doesn't auto correct and all that. Todd Smith, I love Reaction Joes, TMNT, He-Man, and Transformers. They fit with old Kenner Star Wars perfectly. You see, that's the thing, isn't it? There's like a nice vibe to them, and if you like that collection, like Palatoy, Action Force, and like Kenner Star Wars, it's like a nice vibe. I like it. I do. Diana says, Bigfoot Chewbacca, you mean Ramar? I think you might be confusing him with Fatal Fluffies. It's like, it feels like a combination of the two, doesn't it? A Fatal Fluffy and the giant Conan guy, aka Ramar. But yeah, I think that would be it'd be a cool figure, Ramar, wouldn't it? It'd be really cool. Bigger than the normal size as well. So it could come in a set, maybe like a Duke Ramar, and the I forget the female name in there as well. The female character in there, Diana. You'll have to sort me out with that as well. But that would be great, wouldn't it? Like those three in some sort of like, I don't know, some sort of like gladiatorial setting. I don't know. That'd be wicked, I think. What Not Toys, says Couch Boy. My goodness, there's a throwback. I want What Not Toys to come back with the cute line they didn't get to sell me. They were a few years too soon on the brand. With all Joe's selling, I wish those would re-emerge too. Am I alone? I will say that, like, obviously Loyal Subjects had a long period of time doing those kind of big head kind of figures. So yeah, like I kind of feel like we definitely got a lot of that style. What Not Toys, they had to change their designs as well, didn't they? Because their eyes, they were like alien eyes when they first started. And then they kind of redid that. And then all of a sudden we've got this new line of figures which looked like they were going to go on pre-order all of a sudden and then never came out. It was weird. It was such a weird scenario. I don't think that we're going to see those again, honestly. I kind of feel like Pops cover the market for those kind of G.I. Joe figures. Yeah, I'm trying to think if there are any others. I think it's pretty much Funko that are just doing those, isn't it? So yeah, and all those the little bag clips they revealed as well. Those are Funko too, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. Anyway, W, I do enjoy Reaction, but if I have the same character with more joints and it's not a treat builder, the more jointed one is going on display and the other one is going to storage. Personal preference. Absolutely. Totally understand what you're saying. Totally get it. Couchboy likes Community as well. Good. Oh yeah, Neil. Okay, good point. Yeah, good, fair point, mate. Absolutely. If I hear one more person say that these Super 7 reaction GI Joes are not worth 18 a piece, I swear I'm going to lose it. If you don't think they're worth the money, don't buy them. Yeah, I kind of agree with that across the board with it all. Honestly, like there's a reason why certain things are a certain price, and in this sense, Super 7's production runs and license fee and all that kind of stuff comes into it. They're not just putting it out. They're not putting it out there and going, let's make these more expensive just to, annoy people. There's a reason for it. And that's the thing. If they're too expensive for you for what they are, that is the case. It is just, well, you don't get them. And that is a great point, Neil, 100%. And unfortunately, you do have to, that is something you do end up having to put up with in general. Like, even like classified figures, I know people were having issues with the price of those. And it's like, they're not really, for what they are, they're not really that expensive. And I would argue with 3-0, they're expensive figures, but for what you're getting, it's worth it. Excuse me. Yeah, I agree with that, Neil. Diana says, what if they released a pack that was just animal sidekicks, Junkyard, Timber, Freedom, Polly, Order? That way you can have a Timber for all your past Snake Eyes is that guy. Yes, agreed. John Kolumbuski is also pandering to me. Great comment, by the way, Diana. He's pandering to me as well. Night Force Lightfoot. I'm in. You had me at hello. This food is delicious. I wish you could taste it. Absorbed says, Mass Device is my go-to comfort media. Does anyone else have any comfort media? Let me know in the comments, please. Yum says, Bryn. I'm only just getting to the comments where people are talking about the food. Sam says, you should really give up that recipe. Kate, put the recipe in the comments, please. There you go, Sam. It should be in the comments very soon. Full food news burst, says Agent Chuckles. I almost said full force nudes burst is what I almost said. No one wants to see that. Neil says another night at the gastro pub, also known as Chris's house. Genius. WJ example. My present display has Walmart retro Snake Eyes on a movie bike with the better painted scimitar from an anniversary figure. Totally understand, buddy. Totally get it. You're like mixing all of the best things about all the different. No, I totally understand what you're saying. John Golombuski says Fatal Fluffies, 100%. Great to have you on, Busk. John is my he's my Hasbro preview event buddy. We need to if they do a preview event in October, if you're up for it, mate, we need to be doing that, don't we? Together. You and me sitting in that auditorium watching, the reveals or whatever they were revealing at the time. That was fun, man. Take me back to that. It was a good day. Timothy Taft, is this discussion just about reaction? Not really. It's kind of gone all over the place, but we kind of are keeping it in, what we'd like to see and all that kind of stuff. But it goes all over the place, Timothy, however you want to be, known. Timothy Taft. There you go. I love the giant Conan guy. Yeah, at Ramar, big time. He's awesome. And like I said, I'd love to see a set of him. Yes, Ramar, that's what Couchboy was referring to. Sorry, I'm late to some of these comments. Apologies. X Factor 17. I have that Community episode saved on my computer. So awesome. Also, keep hope alive for the Community movie. Yes, 6 seasons in a movie. It should have been. So yeah, I'd love to see that. Love those characters. Love that show. More of it, please. Red Rockets, absolutely. Admiral Latimer, JD, thank you. Is that the misogynist, or is Ledger the misogynist? I know there's multiple admirals. Colonel Sharp's a good one as well, JD, big time. WJ, unpopular take. I want to troop build Cobra, La Guard, and Pythona due to price and rarity issues with previous Pythona figure. Also, early 90s aliens, monsters, and zombies. Just better colors, please. That's not well, it might be in some circles, but not on this show. Adam Riches is a huge Cobra Royal Guard collector. He's got like hundreds of them, closing in on 200. I think he might even have 200. He's got a lot, basically. But yeah, no, that's cool, man. I love all the later stuff. I think it's so cool. Hi, David T. Allen. How you doing, buddy? Oh, the crabby officer in charge of the Fort Knox gold storage. My God, you're getting deep with these. Oh, Bryn, you dark soul. They should make skeleton remains of Stealer, Clutch, and Grunt from Worlds Without End. Yes, they should. That should be a whole set. It should be the living ones and the skeleton ones, and Baroness and her kind of female Cobra Trooper, kind of second in command. That'd be dope. Toy Bounty Hunter, you can't get past 5 point of articulation, and that's fine. These aren't for everyone. You're totally right. Thank you very much, Selena. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. So yeah, Selena, Ramar, and Duke set would be really cool, I think. Hondalu West, says JD. Oh my God, there's so many, aren't there? So many characters. Timothy Tapp, I was hoping to hear that new classified figures were actually in stock and available. Not just yet, but don't fear. I mean, as soon as they are, we'll probably be doing a news burst about it live. So yeah, so sorry, this is just about food and reaction figures right now, Timothy. Anyway, moving on. Thank you for your comment, buddy. W says, yeah, needs Selena around to further complicate the Duke Scarlet and Snake Eyes triangle. It's going to be like a blooming pentagon soon, isn't it? Bryn Anderson says, JD says, Bryn Anderson, depressing, but I agree about Worlds Without End skeletons. Couch Boy says, yes, Diana, Ramar. I imagine him as a monster. Google shut that image down, lol. Yes, absolutely. Ramar is a really cool character, and I'd love to see him, definitely. Oh, Paul, big. This is a deep cut. Hilarious to see Harvey from the Greenhouse Effect, just because it's such a fun episode in general. It is a great episode. And yeah, I think like any off-the-wall characters, any crazy, not, standard, I'm all for. Yes. They should make Zartan in disguise with the wicker baskets with the robotic snake. Yes, big time. Todd says, I hope they do a weapons pack like the Motu Beastman reaction weapon pack set. That would be cool, actually. And yes, Bryn, they did make a Dead Optimus Prime. Daniel. Actually, Daniel, this is something I can talk to you about here. Thanks for the comment. I wish they were using cartoon images for the card art. They use it on the file cards. Oh, yeah. I'd buy 2 of each if they were. Yeah, I think they're actually making it more of a, I suppose, I don't know, like a complete package, like a more worthwhile purchase in that you're getting new original artwork. And what I was just about to say that at least on the file cards, you're getting the cartoon clip. Do you know what I mean? You're getting the cartoon image. So I kind of feel like for me, it kind of covers a few bases. And you get extra new beautiful artwork, so I'm happy with it. But that's cool, man. Like I get what you're saying though. If they could somehow reproduce, like get like cut them out from the cartoon on an explosion background or something would be cool. Yeah, sort of like they do with Ken of Star Wars from the movie, and the whole card is from that scene. There's no explosion background. There's no uniformity all the time. It's just like that scene from that clip from the screenshot, basically. Yeah, totally. W. You can still say that you're not happy with the price, 100%. Yeah, and again, that's at that point where you're like, if it is out of your price range, then that's when you're saying no, and that's totally fine, and you are within your rights to do it. Yeah, and Neil says, frankly, with classifieds distribution sucking right now, these are the only G.I. Joe you can actually buy. Kind of true at the moment, really. Oh yeah, Couchboy, they did. Yeah, 12-inch Yeti Bigfoot, they did. Beastie Boys have put them in their video. Yeah. I would, yeah, big time. It is related. Well done. You found a 6 degrees of separation somehow in your last comment. Mystery Science 3000. That's your comfort zone watching, isn't it? Yeah, good show. And it's another one, isn't it? It's definitely one that you can like. It's like there's a mixture, isn't there? Here, it's like there's background shows, and then there's shows you can watch over and over and over and over again, and they never get boring, and they never get tired, they never get played out. And I feel that with the G.I. Joe cartoon, honestly. I feel that with Community. I feel that with lots of different shows. But yeah, big time. Oh, they're all coming in now. Couch Boy says, Resolute is my guilty pleasure. Just a pleasure for me. I thought it was great. I love Resolute. Love Renegades. Love all the cartoon animation. I should not eat and do this at the same time. Excuse me. John, October. If they do the preview event, we're in, buddy. We are in. Because obviously they just switched the Toy Fair date, didn't they, to 2023 October. So we'll have to wait a little while. But that gives us plenty of time to plan it, doesn't it? Big time. Couchboy, the food's always fun. Had Beyond Burger wrapped with cheese and mac and cheese, full belly force. Awesome, man. Yeah, Beyond Burgers are nice. Our favorite at the moment is Impossible Burgers. Oh, love Impossible meat. But Beyond is a great brand as well. Love them. Good question, Ionic Blood 666. When is the next Hasbro G.I. Joe event? Don't know. They haven't made an official announcement yet, but I would imagine there'll be one more before Yojo June. So April, May, a couple of months, I reckon. Maybe this month. Who knows? I just feel like I feel like we're due for one before Yojo June. I could be wrong. That's a guess on my part. Tim is good, and thanks, Chris, for all the great content. Oh, thank you, Tim. Much appreciated. And I will call you Tim from now on. Thank you very much for your comments. Really appreciate it. Diana, Admiral Latimer was the friend of Hawk who went Cobra because the Navy was mothballing his ship, the Montana. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Diana. Again, coming through strong on the cartoon knowledge, and I really appreciate it. What's amazing to me is that I definitely know all this and never keep any of it in my brain. I'm watching it now. Do you think they do Golobulus, says John Golombuski. John Golobuluski. Get it? I think they would, and I think they do it as a set because he's a bit bigger, a bit more deluxe-ish. So I think they'd probably do like a Cobra Last set maybe as a movie kind of thing. That's what I would expect. Hooded Cobra Commander says the Viper is coming. Yeah, it's got to happen, hasn't it? Can we get more comic book characters too, other than Quinn? Not Quint. But yes, W. Sorry, I had an absolute brain fart then. The only comic stuff we've had so far that I can think off the top of my head is a Snake Eyes on the issue 21 card back. There's more. I'm just actually brain freezing right now. There's a lot of comic homages in the Ultimates line, like issue 21 and issue 1 with the Baroness spare head, different hair color, mask, and like canister thing from issue 1. And there's more. There's way more that I'm not thinking of. There's another reaction one which I'm not thinking of off the top of my head. Anyway, yeah, I want more W as well. Definitely. Cobra Bullet Train. That'd be sweet. Yes, Couch Boy. Falcon was a misogynist to Jinx in the movie. They made him so unlikable in that sense to me. But I really like the character and the actual figure and the toy and everything like that. But the kind of characterization in the film just makes me dirty. I want to shower after it. But yeah, kind of like a bit of redemption. But he's got work to do in that. Off topic, Tim. Is it? Does it really? Is anything off topic? We need a HasLab classified Rattler. Oh, that'd be great, wouldn't it? With a wild weasel as well. So dope. So dope. Oh, JD, I would love that, but I don't think October Guard are really on the table currently, just due to current world events. But I agree, and I think given time, we might see them eventually. Yeah, definitely. Oh yeah, like the clay melting, as in synthoid melting. Yeah, Scarlet, Welcome to Springfield, Shipwreck, definitely. Definitely. Oh yeah, good shout, Neil. The female Stratoviper pilot that went head to head with the pilot of the Conquest, AKA. Why does this happen to me as well? Slipstream. Yeah, so Presence of My Enemy, is it? I think that episode. We got that on VHS as well, an Action Force one. That's the only one I didn't even know existed until many years later. So I didn't see it when I was a kid, didn't know it existed as an Action Force VHS until many moons down the road when I was trying to buy a different, like last couple of years, trying to buy VHS tapes of Action Force episodes on eBay. And up pops this In the Presence of Mine Enemies one. And I'm like, what? They did an Action Force dub? So yeah, I love that episode now for that reason. And I've watched it a few times since because it's really cool. And yes, I would love to see those characters, Slipstream and the female Stratoviper, definitely. Matt O'Brien says, hey, Chris, happy Monday. I'm not really into the reaction line, but I'd love a Joe movie deluxe set with Slaughter, Falcon, Jinx, Pythona, Serpentor, and Nemesis Enforcer. Yeah, that would be wicked. I'd love to see all of the movie stuff done. Yeah, like you could do like a Cobra Last set. You could do like the Joes, like the Rawhides and all that. Yeah, there's a lot of scope for some cool stuff there. And obviously Sarge, big time. Couchboy says, Sergeant Savage may be a Super 7 one day. They go deep. Could be. Sergeant Savage, Extreme, Deke, Renegades, Resolute. There's lots of opportunities here. The animated commercials, definitely. Ritz says, after the high prices of buying vintage, I would pay $18 for a figure all day long. I suppose when you put it in that kind of context, it does seem all right, doesn't it? Yeah. But again, it's all down to people's individual scenarios, different personal preferences as well. Diana says, yes, Slipstream, thank you. And I forget the Stratoviper's name. So do I. But again, I've only seen it recent. I've only seen that episode in later years. What have we got going on here? Oh, David T. Allen, his comfort watching is Seinfeld. Cool, man. Funny enough, that was one I used to be on really late on UK TV when I was say younger, many years ago. Not like super young, but yeah, it was on at some point like in the late 90s or early 2000s. It was on really late in the middle of the night, and I saw a couple of episodes like that. Just fell asleep to them. Yeah, it's kind of like a kind of sent me off to sleep. But yeah, Seinfeld is a big one. WJ. Wait, I got a good one. The various family members, with and without armor, from prisoners, captives of Cobra. Yeah, and the brainwashed armored ones could have glow in the dark red paint on the eyes. Great shout. And there's so much good stuff in that. Diana Davis says Scarlet didn't melt in that episode though. Maybe he was thinking of a different character. We just need melting characters, don't we? They just need to make like Super 7 need to do something like the Terminator. Do you remember the kind of Terminator bioflesh regenerator set where you could like literally put like a T1 T800 in the space, close it, and then fill it full of the skin effectively, and make your own like naked Arnie T800 figure. It was wicked, that set. Love, that's one of my favorite vintage things in terms of toys. I think it's brilliant. So yeah, if they could do something, if they did a set like that, how cool would that be, where you could make synthoids and then melt them and that's a good idea. I think that should actually happen. I keep mentioning Beastie Boys. I was once an intern for Grand Royal AKA Beastie Boys with Super 7. I keep loving Beastie Boys Super 7 as they will just be like the Joes on my 5-point articulation shells. Mate, big Beastie Boys fan myself. And yeah, I would. I don't know. Yeah, they're an amazing group, and it's some amazing music. And they're almost like, in terms of our comfort TV watching we're talking about, Beastie Boys are like my comfort music, kind of like I'll put albums of theirs on and just, that's what I like to listen to for hours on end. Yeah, absolutely love the Beastie Boys. Yeah, and you meant Quinn, WJ, no problem. They should do Globulus and Ultimates as well, Diana, big time. Oh, I never found out, Action Figure Expert. You asked me this a couple of episodes ago, and I still haven't found out. I think it was, again, just like they hadn't decided on the name, and they just said Red October, and later on it was changed. I don't know, though, so I'll have to find out. Absorb Vids, I want Soft Master. That would be wicked. All of the Masters would be great, and it would be really good for the kind of comic homages, wouldn't it? To get all of the Masters from the comics, big time. Blind, Soft, Hard, etc. Faceless. If they did Firefly just doing that. Faceless Master. Quinn, yes, of course, WJ. Quinn is the other comic one, of course. I'm an idiot. I was like thinking, like, but we just mentioned that, and that's one that I didn't think of. Stupid of me. But yeah, in reaction, yes, Snake Eyes and Quinn are the only real comic. Yeah, definitely. You could argue the Baroness in Blue is also, it's comic and cartoon reference. You could argue it. But I know what you mean, that you want specific comic stuff, and I get that. Couchboy says, Diana is a human cartoon encyclopedia. I'm impressed. I keep drawing a blank on it, though I've seen all of it billions of times. But you are coming in with all the Sunbow knowledge. Very cool. So true, Couchboy. Diana is a brilliant, brilliant mind when it comes to the G.I. Joe brand as a whole. Yeah, WJ, no, I know what you mean about Falcon. It's part of his arc, isn't it? It's part, yeah, for better or for worse. I agree. I totally agree. I think they go too far with it and almost make it really difficult for him. But yeah, I agree. Zartan disguised as Hardmaster. Yeah, good shout. Zartan is like, sword making character. Good point on the bad timing for any Russian-based action figures. Yeah, I just think they're probably leaving that for now. Todd, would I be open to interviewing Brian Flynn about reactions to Ultimate shows? I would love to see that. I would love to do it. I've reached out a number of times to Super 7 to no avail. I've sent a number of emails to their kind of like their press email thing, and I've never heard anything back. So I'll keep trying. I also don't want to, push it. Like if they don't want to do it, I totally understand. But yeah, I would absolutely love to interview Brian Flynn on a regular basis about Ultimates and reaction, because I think it would be brilliant. It'd be great to get that kind of insight firsthand, honestly. Sean, why would you want Star Wars style Joes? I don't know. You probably don't, mate. And then therefore you don't need to, I guess. Yes, they are using October Guard in the comics regularly, David, but they were using them in the comics regularly before it all kicked off. So I feel like, I don't know. I think that the timing has a lot to do with this. And I think that had they not started a new arc with them, we probably wouldn't be seeing them right now. Probably. Oh, Raven, says Ritz. Raven was the Strato Viper pilot. Interesting. Raven. They were not really thinking too deep there, were they? But thank you, Ritz. That's great. Okay, what we got going on? Yeah, everyone's saying Raven now. Robert H has made the clear connection to the Night Raven as well. Oh yeah, female range viper, Ambush's main rival love interest in the Deep cartoon. Yeah, big time. That'd be good. That'd be good. Cobra Trooper Shipwreck also loved that, had gills. Yep. Oh, Matt O'Brien wants a classified HasLab Thunder machine with Thrasher. I would settle though for a classified Cobra Stun with 3 Motor Vipers. When is your next thing with Eddie and Emily? Soon. I've actually put the feelers out, and they were apologetic that they couldn't get a good in-depthy one sooner. It's just how it's been, unfortunately, just been too busy. So there is I think we're all getting involved in one very soon. It's almost like a kind of like, a big press thing. So that's why I've got a feeling there might be another thing on the horizon, another event on the horizon. But yeah, very soon, hopefully. And I've been in contact with them, and I'm trying to sort something out outside of the kind of the big official kind of thing. So fingers crossed. They're always really open, and I'm chatting with them on a regular basis. So hopefully we can get it going soon. The problem is I have to go through a third party when it comes to setting up interviews. I can talk to them as much as I want outside of it, being friends with them and all that kind of stuff. But when it comes to actually organizing interviews, I have to be in a third party scenario, and that isn't always easy. I'm hoping they'll do Super 7. Lady J didn't melt. Scarlet did. Oh, okay. So right. So I see. My fault. I got confused before, Diana. Scarlet melts. Lady J doesn't, and that was what was said before. Okay, my bad. I thought you were reacting to the Scarlet comment. WJ says, "Is there reaction Seinfeld? I want to do the ending of Seinfeld in the Terradrome brig." Amazing. Oh, thanks, Bryn. Another opportunity for a Roadblock figure because he melted too. But that's what I'm saying. Like, so that's what you could do. Like, make your own synthoids. Like squidge them in, like, they come in like kind of like a Play-Doh almost. But you get like the molds for the figures. So you get a mold for a reaction figure. You make the it's kind of like a make your own synthoid, and then you can paint it up and everything, and then expose it to any kind of heat or anything, and it just goes. I don't know. It's a work in progress in my head. Beastie Boys rock, says Sean, and they absolutely do. Hope Super 7 makes the Command his tank, that huge one with turrets everywhere. It's Bjorn Jacob Benoneson. Sorry, I'm destroying your name. Bjorn. Yes, I would love that. Bjorn Jacob. Yes, I would love that. That would be amazing. Like 2-person cockpit as well. So multiple people in the cockpit, multiple turrets, troop carrier. Make it huge. Make it brilliant. Would there be interest in Super 7 Saturday Morning Adventures comic packs? Yes. Two of my favorite things, actually, because Super 7 are doing an amazing job. And also Saturday Morning Adventures is the best comic right now. It is incredible. Issue 2 was out just recently, and it is great. If you're not reading it, bloody read it. It's amazing. Shout out to Diana Davis, who was a researcher on that very book, and to the team working on it. Doing an amazing job. David says, what about the big ancient giant that fought the kaiju? And we need the kaiju as well. Yeah, that'd be really cool. All of this stuff is great. Like the giant water robots, anything massive can be done in there. What is it called? They've done a bat. They've done bats already, big ones. And I always forget the name of the brand. It's Super 7, but I forget the name of the line, the range. I always do. Again, it's blooming. It's this stage fright thing. Couchboy says Deadpool did a rip-off cover of Silent Issue with 42, I think. Do him in G.I. Joe Super 7, and Snake Eyes ripped off Spider-Man issue with the Spider-Man Snake Eyes one is a good one, isn't it? Because like the kind of crouching down. It's from, I want to say it's from that 5-parter that Todd McFarlane did. Is that right? I think so. I have it actually, that Spider-Man series, one of my favorite comic runs, because my Awesome half brother David bought it for me when I was a little lad, and I've cherished them ever since. I still have those exact comics, that 5-parter. It's incredible, and yeah, that cover's gorgeous when he's surrounded by the cobweb space with all the webs, and he's kind of like in that pose. And then Snake Eyes did the same cover, but on the rooftop for like numerous recently as well, recent ones too. Sean only buys hip hop reaction figures. Awesome, man. That's cool. There's some good ones though, aren't there? Yeah, some really good ones. Hey Cujo, good again. Good to have G.I. Joeberg in the house, repping the West Coast as well. Thank you, buddy. Thanks for the comment. I'm gonna have to rush through some of this, guys, because I need to wind up now, really, don't I? Neil says, I really hope that Torpedo, Snowjob, and Blowtorch up next for Super 7. They would be great. I'm going to have to... Sorry, I'm rinsing through these guys. Will probably never happen, says WJ, but a diorama of the Dreadnoks fighting over breath mints versus tangy mints, complete with thrown alligator. It's not going to happen, but it should. That's a good shout, actually, David. Characters that have helmets originally need new figures with the helmets as removable. Tripwire, Treadmark / Skidmark, Airtight, Barbecue. Am I missing any? There's more, obviously, but that's all I can think. Telly Vipers. Yeah. I just want to kind of get through it all. WJ says, like the T2 Play-Doh playset to clay on Terminator exoskeleton. Yeah, I love that. The Biosuit Regenerator, or the Bioflesh Regenerator, I think it was called. Palatoy could see how nice 5-point articulation O-ring figures work great together. Why can't collectors see it today? Yeah, true. Very true. There was a mixture in those early years, wasn't there, when Palatoy was switching over. They were including the kind of G.I. Joe based figures in as their vehicle drivers, because their knees bent a lot easier and better, so they were able to kind of sit in the vehicles a lot better. And then obviously they just completely just did away with the 5-point articulation. But yeah, they worked in unison back then. They worked in unison with my toys back when I was a kid. With Classified in 2023, how many Dreadnoks do you think will get revealed? I'm thinking 4 to 5, including Buzzer, Ripper, and Torch. I love all the live content you do. Thank you, Matt. I love all the live content I do as well. And I love all these comments. So I expect Buzzer, Ripper, and Torch, definitely. I also expect Road Pig, because Lenny talks about him all the time. I would expect Road Pig first, honestly. And then maybe Monkey Wrench, or maybe one that's a little bit out of left field, like Norgahide or Zanzibar, or someone maybe with like a vehicle like that, a small one. Maybe. We'll see. And Diana's saying, Eric, Dan, and Louis are doing great things. They're finishing off colours on issue 3 and starting line art on issue 4. I love this comic so much. Saturday Morning Adventures is the best. Super Cyborg. Thank you, Robert H. You're always hooking me up with this information. I appreciate it. Completely blanked on that. Super Cyborg bats they did. I'd love to see Super Cyborg Cobra Water Robot from Pyramids of Darkness. I would love to see a giant... Well, we've got a giant bat. Isn't that cute? So in Saturday Morning Adventures, we've got a giant bat. I've also got a giant bat going on here. I've got a giant bat fighting all my little Jada toy figures because it's cute and it reminds me of the comic. The comic's amazing, by the way. I can't say enough about it. It's a Sunbow episode in a comic. It's beautiful. But thank you, Robert H. Yes, Super Cyborg is what I'm trying to think of. Oh, good shout, Daniel. That's something I definitely want to second. Can we get a second series of Saturday Morning Adventures before the license expires? I can't believe it took this long to do it. It's awesome. Everybody needs to pick that up. Yes, yeah, I can't agree more with everything you just said. I just can't agree more with it. It's amazing. Okay. Matt wants to see, or thinks we'll see, a Dreadnought Swamp Cabin at some point. Yeah, I think that could be a possibility. especially with this stuff, with reaction. I'd love to see it in classified. Would be cool if Super7 did it. I could definitely see Super7 doing something like that. Just a nice comment from Couchboy. I love you guys loving what I love. It's so cool. I'm not alone. I never knew people love Joes like me, but knowing is half the battle. I don't know what you're talking about. I've never heard of that saying in my life. Thanks, Matt. I've made your day go quicker. I'm not sure if that's a good thing, is it? I've aged you, is what you're saying. No worries, Diana. You deserve it. And also, the IDW team are doing a great job on that. Like, the team on that comic is just outstanding. I love it. Keep it up. Give me issue 3 now, please. Robert, hi Robert. Wonder how they would do Scrap Iron as originally had stand-mounted rocket launcher. He'd probably be like in this sense, in reaction, way more simplified. He'd probably come with some like one weapon, maybe one accessory with reaction. But I'd love to see Scrap Iron Ultimates. That would be so cool, so cool. And he could come with so many cool, like, you know, that the mounted rocket launcher would be brilliant. What else we got? No worries, Todd. Thank you for joining us. Coming to an end now. Paul says, side note, thank Kate for being such a good sport about you frequently having dinner with all of us. You'll make a great team. Thank you, Paul. And I'm sure Kate is very happy that you've called her out on that. Okay, I've got to the end somehow. I did miss some because obviously they're just, you know, you guys talking to each other, or, you know, we've repeated or whatever. Oh, okay, good shout. This is a good point here, Diana Davis. If you want more Saturday morning adventures, let IDW, and this is a big thing, let Hasbro know you love it and why. Emails, letters at IDW Publishing, is it, Diana? Could you put the email that people can get in touch with IDW about in terms of getting a letter in a G.I. Joe comic, please? If you can stick that in the comments, that'd be great. And then obviously people will know, and I'll put it up on screen too. If you could do that for me, that'd be great. Thank you very much. And I agree, it will go a long way to in continuing something like that, or getting a second series. Give me a second series, you swine. You'll only get that if you watch Alan Partridge, and probably not if you're from America. Thank you, Dinah. Put it in the comments now, and I'll pop it up on screen as well, and we'll talk it through quickly. Sorry, you're saying, no, I just know that I can put you on in the background, and I always have a great time listening to all your content. Oh, I see. No, I've aged you. Definitely, Matt. Definitely. Trust me. I've aged you. Trust me. Thank you very much, Robert. I appreciate that, mate. This has been lots of fun, as always. I always say as always. Matt O'Brien says, sometimes I watch the live Q&As on Patreon 4 to 5 times over the course of a few days. I feel like I cannot get enough information and rumors, lol. Thank you, Matt. Referring to our Patreon Q&As, which are really a lot of fun as well. If you didn't know, we have a Patreon, and you can get in on a lot of extra bonus content on the SAS and Red Shadow Army levels. Just putting it out there. Yeah, this is great. Sorry, articulated Chad, if you just caught the end, buddy. You'll have to, if you want to watch it again, you can. It'll be up very soon. Is there a free comic book day book for Couchboy? I mean, sometimes there has been in the past. Sometimes, not always a G.I. Joe one, but there has been in the past sometimes. What else we got going on here? Ritz Murphy says, thanks very much. Have a good night. You too, Ritz. It's been an absolute pleasure. Right, that kind of brings me to the end of it. Diana, if you can get in there quickly, is it letters? I think it's letters at IDW Publishing. I sent one the other day, actually, so I could just look myself and stop making Diana do all the work. Couldn't I, really? It was a sent email. Oh, this is great. This is great radio, this part. Maybe I didn't send it from here. Maybe I sent it from... I sent it from a different... I sent it from a different email account. So I can't tell you what it is because I can't reach it. But basically, you should be able to find it, no problem. I think it's letters at idwpublishing@gmail.com, maybe, or at .com. Letters at idwpublishing.com. Try that. Anyway, it has been an absolute pleasure as always, guys. Thank you so much for joining me for an hour and a half almost. My goodness. You know what we do at the end of these streams? We've got like I said, we're going to probably have more of these during the week. You know what it gets like. It gets hectic during the week of G.I. Joe stuff, and I like to just report on everything. We've got loads coming up, but you'll just have to wait and see because I can't talk about a lot of it. But yeah, there we go. It's been another great evening. Thank you so much. Check the comments for that email to send emails to IDW to get them to do a second series of Saturday Morning Adventures because it's amazing. And also email Hasbro just for fun. It's been a pleasure. I'll see you guys on the next one. After 3, you know what to do. 1, 2, 3. Full force! You better have done it along or I look like an idiot.
That's it for this installment of the Full Force News Burst. Make sure to like, comment and subscribe. See you next time, and as always, Full Force. Make sure you get involved with the discussion by liking, sharing and commenting on these videos, and as always you can keep up with the show after listening by following on Twitter @TheFullForce, liking the Facebook page facebook.com/TheFullForce, and if you would like to contact the show you can message us on either of those platforms with feedback and questions. We also have a Patreon page, so if you want to show your support for the show, see your name up in lights on these videos, or enjoy exclusive bonus content, then check out patreon.com/TheFullForce podcast, or click on the link on any of the posts this podcast appears in. Full Force!